that behind or in front of it?
Behind.
No. Right, hold on.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Everyone will tell you you're behind
Okay.
because what happens is you put the shot in front of it, the clay goes through, and then the dust comes up.
Oh, right.
So you're actually miles in front
was that in front?
by a considerable amount. If you
Really?
shoot, what you will visually see as about 6 inches to the right, so behind it, you'll blow it up.
6 inches behind
So
it.
you're almost going to shoot as close to the back edge of the rabbit, to the right-hand edge of the rabbit moving to the left, and try it.
6 inches behind it.
So you're almost going to aim to miss to the right.
Okay. Pull.
So just on the back of it. There you go.
Whoa.
And you can have that one for free. So on this target here, we're going to cover a multiple of sins. We've got the gravity rabbit, the rat, the squirrel. It has many names. But we've also picked it because it's below our feet. So we're going to cover the target, but also posture and movement when shooting below your headline. So first of all, we're going to show you the target, Dave.
Yeah.
First thing you're going to notice is from your call, there's going to be a huge delay
Yeah.
before it appears. So what you'd be looking to do is time your mount. If you stood there fully mounted, pull, it could be 4 or 5 seconds before this appears, apprehension steps in, and you start to get paralysis by analysis because you stand there just thinking. So what we're going to try and do is time our mount so we get to our mounted position just before the clay pops out on the end of that wooden ramp there. So on your call, Dave.
Pull.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's out. So I would be counting that in. On around 4 seconds, I would start my mount to get comfy before that rabbit comes out. So let's just try that now. Guns closed, stance and posture, excellent. Barrel height's good.
Pull.
1, 2, 3, 4, mount, there's the bird. But because it's below our feet, a tendency on here is to see shooters lift the back foot and try and go over on a straight leg. This is where I believe gym work and suppleness can help. I'm going to keep both feet flat and I'm going to go from my waist. So I'm going to go over from here. That's going to allow me still freedom of movement from my core. So if we go up onto one leg like this, I have no movement. I've got zero balance and no movement, and you end up pulling the gun down or pushing the gun up. 2 feet flat, Dave.
Yep.
Nice, comfortable stance. And then we're going to go right hip back and over the bar. So we've still got freedom of movement. Okay?
Yep.
So 2 things we're looking for: the timed mount, posture over the bar, and then the finishing shot. Note the low gun mount here. Dave's not in the shoulder like he was for the quartering shot previous episode.
Pull.
I can't help laughing, Dave. I've seen so many people miss these. For me, it's the hardest target in shooting, which is the reason we're picking it. On your call again.
Pull.
Dave's timing the mount in now. Nice shot. So I think your timing of the mount was perfect.
Yes.
Your time, you know,
good.
you were there just before the clay arrived.
Yeah.
Anything you felt wasn't good about the shot?
The second shot, no.
Again, I don't believe it was a good shot for yourself.
Right.
We mounted and shot. If we think this target is barely staying up,
Yeah.
so we've got the tendencies of the, never look at the gun, never keep your eyes on the clay. I've got to go out the window here.
Okay.
We're going to actually become a rifle shooter. We're going to be a very, very purposeful shot. So if I shoot, I believe 4 inches behind this clay,
Yeah.
I'll hit it. If I shoot a centimetre to the left, I will miss it. So I'm going to favour the back. I'm going to get into a very comfortable position. We're going to mount the gun. So we're going to probably start on a little bit of negative lead.
Yeah.
We're going to use the bead on the end of the gun. We're going to use 50% on the gun, 50% on the rabbit target down there. And you're going to then be very, very precise, placing your dot on the back edge. That shot was too fast. We're going to take a little bit longer, maybe another 18 inches to be precise before taking that shot. Posture's good, get over that bar. Notice this hip will come backwards and Dave's leaning from the waist.
Pull!
Times the mount. Then we start to locate the barrel. A lot better. A lot better. The only time we can be precise is when mounted.
Yeah.
I know you killed that one,
Yeah.
but you mounted and shot.
Shot.
There wasn't no, this needs to be
Boom.
and be precise. One more time. Don't be afraid, like I say, to throw the rule book out the window and use the barrel. Use the bead to place the shot.
Pull!
Same timing on the mount. A lot better. Beautiful shot again.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to have that gun in your shoulder and start to become
Yeah.
barrel aware. The slower the target, the more I'm actually going to look at the gun. And on here, for me, it would be 50-50.
Yeah.
Well done.
The second two shots felt more controlled.
Yeah, because
than
we
the
say we're
first
mounted
one.
and
Exactly.
actually placing shots, not
Rather
just
than just swinging.
hoping it breaks.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay, what do you think about targets in the competitive world then, like this, which is an element of luck involved?
Not so much luck. What I don't like is when you go to major competitions and effort hasn't been put in. You know, if you are going to put a rabbit on, you need to make sure that rabbit clay is consistent. I've lost world championships because rabbit clays have jumped on me. I've won world championships because I've seen a rabbit clay jump on somebody else. I just don't believe that should become a factor. A rabbit's meant to be on the floor. If you commit to that shot and that rabbit jumps, you've just missed a target through no fault of your own. If it's a 200 bird event, you're now down to 199 chances of breaking that bird. I'd like to see them rolled, matting or sand, so they will stay on the floor. And after every other squad, you know, the matting swept so that the target does stay consistent, or put a jump in there so they all jump. You know, but we need to try and get it where we're all shooting at the same targets, not an element of luck come into play.
I mean, is the noise part and parcel of the whole target, really?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, I've thrown this for quite a few times, and I've thrown it off towers as well, so they fall down. And you're just trying to get people into that mounted position. They come in and then they've already took 6 shots before it's come out. So it is all about just timing that mounting and trying to stay just fluid. You see, I'm actually taking that shot a little bit later than Dave because I actually want to be more precise. I'm trying to make sure that I know exactly where the gun is before I take the shot. It's not like I'm trying to pull out to a big lead and I've got tolerance here. I'm probably shooting, you know, the pattern's going to be something like this. You know, there's no room for error. You have to actually place the shot, not please break. It's a very different style of shooting.
I haven't even thought about that, actually. Yeah, the shot spread is going to be tiny.
There isn't one. There isn't one. They've only just come out the wad. You're shooting a bullet.
Okay, and as far as obviously the desperate efforts prior to us being here, there's a lot of unbroken targets.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a look, I will actually show you something. If you zoom in a foot out from the edge of the grass there, the end of where them large rabbit clays are, I'm going to put a shot straight into the floor, and you'll see the actual pattern, and it will not be very big. You're looking at a bullet. There is no room for error. You have to start placing shots, and that's where the olden days where they say never look at the gun. I totally disagree. You have to be totally barrel aware. The less lead, the more barrel aware you become.